Hello and welcome to the first video on this channel. This video will be talking about some basics in the Cantonese language, and this will mostly focus on pronunciation. So, first, I will be talking about some consonants. So, there are about 20 in total, and here are the first 10. Uh, on the left side, you can see it's separated into aspirated, and on the right side, it's separated into unaspirated. So, what that really means is that when you use these consonants, it's kind of got this like a airy sort of sound for aspirated, but you don't really hear that in unaspirated, and that's kind of what separates it from each other. So for aspirated, we have the p sound, like a p, as you can hear. They kind of like use just a big breath of air, and then it kind of just like dissipates really fast. And you can see it in like the word pill. The b is a b, and it's like in the word bill. You have the t, which is like a t in the word tick. The d sound is a d in like the word duck, and then we have the ts sound. Now, it's not really commonly seen in English for that to be at the front of a word, but it's really seen in Cantonese. So it's pronounced like it is in the word lots. And then for unaspirated, we see another one of these examples, like a z sound, and it's kind of pronounced like you would pronounce it in the word Godzilla, like the z sound. And then we have the k, which is like a k in the word con. We have G in like G in the word gun. And then we have Qua. So that one's basically pronounced like qua in the word quack. And then we have Gua, which is like a gua sound, which is in use in the Spanish word for water, which is agua. So those are the first 10. And now we'll move on to the others. So these few are kind of pronounced really similarly to their English counterparts. So we have the F sound, which is f in fall. We have the H sound, which is like hit in hit. We have the L sound, which is l in lose. Then we have the M sound, like m in mom. And then the N sound is like a n in noon. The ng sound is another one that's really commonly seen at the front of the words in Cantonese, but not really in English. It's used in the word long, and then the S is just an s, in like sit. The Y is like a y, yeah, in yet, and the W is like a w in woe. Now, I will be talking about two very special types of consonants. So the first one is called clipped consonants. So basically, that means uh, syllables that end with these three consonants, P, T, and K, sounds faster with a shorter vowel. So it's called clipped because you're kind of like cutting your breath off at the end of the word in the middle of the consonant. So for P, you can hear it in the word sup, which is the word for 10. In the word T, for like what, and then like K in like what. And then on the right, you can see like syllabic. So that basically means with the consonants M and NG, you can kind of create its own syllable, which it just kind of sounds like yeah.
So next up, we have some vowels that are seen in Cantonese. So on the left-hand side, you can see some long vowels. So the first one, the A, it's like an ah sound. It's like an open ah sound, like in the word fa. And then the E sound is like a sort of like in the word fed, like the eh. The I is sort of like an E, like in the word machine. You can hear the sheen, sort of E. And then O is sort of like the aw in paw. Uh, that thing is sort of like the in murder. The U is sort of like the oo in the word cool, like the oo. And then the U is sort of like a yeah, it's like a you want to say the word oo, but then you kind of like say the word e, so it's like oo. So then on the right hand side, you can see the short vowels. So the first one is sort of just like a sound, so it's like the word what. It's like the what. And the big straight line, that's like an I, so it's just the word like in lick, like the li. The O with the two dots, it's sort of like the in the word hurt, the h. And then the U, the big U, is just like a uh. the word book. So like book. So
So here we have the six tones in the Cantonese language. They have varying pitches, and unlike music, you don't actually have like a set note set to it. So it's all depending on how you sort of pronounce stuff. So the first one is like a high one, so it's like zeng, and then you have the second one, which is sort of a rising one, so it's like gong. The third one is sort of like just a mid one, so it's sort of like ow. The fourth is like a falling sound because it goes down in pitch, so it's like tum. And then the fifth one is a slight rise, so it's like my. It's like a sort of slight rise, and then the sixth one is just a level my because it's just one pitch. So here we have diphthongs, and those are basically just two vowels put together to make one syllable. So the first one is sort of like the and the e sound, so then it's like a, and then the and the u sound, so then it's like a o with like a w at the end. The e and the I sort of make this a sound. The o and the u make a like a o sound, and then the o with two dots and the u with two dots make a o sort of sound.